guys, welcome to Thursday. Oh, Thirsty Thursday. It's been a while since we had a drink on. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight will be the Thirsty Thursday. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? We get into 70K tonight? I doubt it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Of course, I'm the Crypto Otaku, bringing you the crypto chaos in our space. Bitcoin, of course, now taking a little bit of a hit. Oh no! It went down $100. Oh no! Let's all cry. Hope you guys are staying safe. Not doing anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Let Oscar tell you that. Yeah. Stupid. Don't be sound off right before the bull run. Right before the bull run. 65.15, 65.076. Let's dive into what's going on with Bitcoin today. What's going on with Bitcoin today? Looks like we had a little bit more of a breakout today, again, on the backs of the United States passing the ball, punting it down towards the next president to handle. Not my problem. Out of my face. Get the budget out of my face. We're kicking the can down the road again, guys, and this is what happened. Bill got pushed to Biden's desk today. He signed it, and we rallied. We rallied pretty hard too, touching, of course, 65K, and we're still up there. Look at this. We were predicting, of course, going back to not being bullish enough the previous day, right? We predicted we were going to be, or we were too bullish the previous day, right? We were just a little high. Now we're just a little low, and then we had predicted the sell-off, which did not occur, and the market opened at 9 a.m. So, just want to let that, of course, settle in a bull or bear. Our bear case scenario didn't play out as well. But yeah, I just let that kind of settle in. We are not bullish enough. We are not bullish enough as we invalidate our prediction for the evening. It's fun to pretend, right, guys? It's fun. It's fun to pretend. So yeah, that's what happened this evening. We are still up there at 65K. And are we going to be able to hold that? Are we going to be able to hold that key level? And if not, where are we going to go? We're going to dive into that, of course, tonight. At the end of our stream, let's look at the key indicators for the day. You guys know every single day we go through all the things, right? All the things. Of course, starting with the heat map brought to you by Kimba, the White Snow Lion, the anime reference for those who know. Don't pay for something you can get for free. It's all over YouTube, guys. There's so many YouTubers out there that give you the heat map for free, where you can see the buy and the sell orders live. How many are there? They're quite a lot. And it's actually, the Bulls and the Bears right now are battling. Woo! We're just breaking everything tonight. They're battling. Pretty damn strong tonight. I don't even know. I need to figure out a figure to write on the bear. But, yeah, the Bears are at it tonight, and they're trying to push us down. But it looks like we're starting to break through. Well, we only have to get right back again where we started the stream at 50. What looks like 61.5. 65,150, right? 65,150. And then push through that level. And then we'll be sitting at 65.3. Hopefully break through that, get through 65.4 and 65.5, of course, next psychological level, and so on and so forth. There really isn't too many open orders that are going to be holding us back into the evening if Japan wants to play ball. And Japan is, of course, getting started right now. They just opened. And of course, they want to sell off. It looks like they want to sell off and reclaim some of those gains because the market gave it to them here in the United States. We gave them some gains today to take off the table. So that's just what I see right now. It's what's going on. And yeah, that's what's going on. Anywho, US, of course, pushed the budget today. Since I started the stream, we've already printed about $3 billion. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, other than that, we're still sitting at $407 billion towards the end of the month. I think by the end of this month, we will print another. I mean, it may be as high as $100 billion. I don't know. I'm not sure where we're going to end up. We only got like 4 or 5 days left in this month, and that's it. But of course, the government has approved spending to pay our debt print more of these silly bennings into oblivion, but into the next month in order to pay down our debt and then push us into another budget that could potentially shut down the government in December, depending on who wins the election, right, guys? that's what we see happening. That's what we see happening. All right, moving on. Fear and greed index for the stonks still sitting at a 72 in greed. 72 in greed. And for crypto, let's refresh that. But still looks like it's sitting at neutral. We went greedy into the stream after I refreshed it. Cool, that's awesome. 61 now in greed. Yeah, what's holding us back? Nothing. Nothing's holding us back. We've literally crossed everything off the list. We are here to make money now, right? This is full send it. Full send it. This is where we're at. All right. Okay. The Dixie still sitting at 100. 100, 100.6, 0.7, 0.5, 0.1, 0.3. We still haven't broken that 100 yet. We're still waiting one. Oh, I can feel it any single day now. It's going to happen. Yeah, of course, we get that correlation, the inverse correlation with Bitcoin and the dollar. As the dollar goes down, Bitcoin will go up, and so on and so forth. So watch out for that. It's coming here any day now. And our beautiful, friendly, exuberant. How else can I rub them the right way or the wrong way? Policymakers are all going on vacation for another month. They just took the whole month of August off. Now they're going to take the whole damn month of October off as well. Good for them. Good. They deserve it. They deserve it. Guys, they deserve it. You know they deserve it. They printed all of our money. Oh, no. That's right. We burned this Betty a little bit yesterday. But, yeah, they burned all. They're printing all our money. They deserve it. Anywho, on the day, everything, of course, is in the green. Not a single thing is in the red. I can look at WorldCoin deserves being down for. It already had a huge pump this week. Down 4%. Tau, BitTensor, of course, is down. Already had its run this week. There's only two that are really down in the top 100. XMR, wow, it's been a while since we talked about Monero. Monero is down too a little bit as well. Other than that, everything's up. Everything's up in a pretty big way. Looks like on average 5 to 10% on your favorite cryptos, and then on some of these other big players moving back into the top 25, top 30. Look at that. Hex is back in top 80. What the heck? I thought that project was dead a long time ago. No, it's making a comeback this year. Look at this. In the last month, it's rallied 137% on Hex. That's insane. I thought this project was dead. But yeah, not dead. And then Arrow. Wow. Aerodrome moving its way into our space in the top 100. And Sheep is up 20%. Who's buying meme coins right now? Guys, this is a utility run. Get coins with true utility for this run. You will not be disappointed. All right. I mean, unless you buy something that's not going to move this season, like I don't know, maybe gaming. Gaming, I still feel like is not quite going to be ready for Web3. Web3 is not quite ready for gaming. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Anywho, moving on. CoinGlass. How many betas are left for 8.15 billion people to purchase? We keep getting these dips every single day. I love it. This is my favorite indicator for our space. How many biddies are available for us today to gawk at, to reach down into the bucket and pull a little tiny bit out for me, not for you. That's how the game works. Well, let's get to the end of this here. Jesus. Oh my gosh, look at that huge crater, downward, and here we are, 2.334 million still. 2.34 million still. Hopefully next week we'll have 2.33. Jeez. Or maybe tomorrow, who knows? So we keep dipping down lower and lower. Eventually we're going to get to zero. No one wants to see zero Bitcoin on exchanges. Why? Because it'll be too late. Price will go parabolic. We're going to have bulls and bears living together, mass hysteria. Big Bitcoin's going to be going to like 2 million, you know. You don't want zero on the exchanges. Not right now, guys. Too early for that. Anyway, moving on. BitcoinTreasuries.net. Of course, we're looking at the accumulations on the BlackRock Bitcoin exchange. The ETF, 357,000 still reported on BitcoinTreasuries.net. Still not moving. Still going sideways. Negative 232. That was like a month ago. Come on. Where are we at? We're like 10, 13 days behind on Bitcoin Treasuries. I keep showing it, but it's not worth it anymore. Going back, of course, to cross-check on Apollo. unless everyone is down. I don't know why. We're still sitting at 357,000 Bitcoin for BlackRock. It's crazy. It's still nuts, but I mean, I know today they reported. We're going to go into some of the news. I feel like these websites, these trackers they're just not hitting it anymore. The targets are just the same every day. There's no way this is accurate. Anyway, moving on. Today's cryptocurrency prices by market cap. Top 10. We're looking at, of course, the top 10 cryptos, which 10 had moved, of course, between the top 10. We already know the top 10, guys. But who's holding the top 10 right now? Cardano still sitting at top 10. On number 10, that's awesome. Toncoin is still number 9. Tron's at 11. Slipping down slightly, because of its association with Toncoin, and of course, we're going to get into it. I got some articles to pull up to talk about this as well, because not a lot of people understand what's going on between those two tokens. I personally don't hold them, but I need to talk about it because there's huge players in our space. They're in the top 10, top 11 to one of the biggest movers on the year, of course, being Toncoin. Avalanche still holding number 12. Dude, this project is going to be amazing. When we also have Off the Grid, I got that pulled up too. Off the Grid's coming out in less than 60 days, less than 2 months. All right, and of course, honorable mention goes out to Jasmy, our Jasmy gang. Of course, we like to know, we like to keep track. 65 currently in market cap. We moved up this week. Awesome, and of course, we're still up like 80 in market cap on the year. It's crazy. This coin used to be like 145, 150 last year in market cap. All right, top 10 assets in the world. Bitcoin's still slightly underneath Meta. We're going to flip Meta again, and we'll flip silver again as we already did. But silver now is getting closer and closer to that $2 trillion mark, putting it on par with the likes of Amazon and Google, right? All the silver on Earth that's being traded right now on exchanges. Silver, right? Not paper silver? Could be. Anyway, moving on. Here we go. Off the grid. My most anticipated project for the year, of course, on Avalanche Gaming. Not quite in the spotlight yet, but soon will be. Is of course Off the Grid. It's going to be the most potential I've seen for any battle royale game to actually dethrone the likes of Warzone or Apex Legends. Not Fortnite though. You can't hold a candle to Fortnite. You've every damn kid on the planet playing that game. And their grandma too. But yeah, I think this game is going to hold up great. And of course, it's got a cyberpunk, it's got a cyberpunk thing. We got to play this damn game. I've been on the damn list now for 4 months. I still cannot get in the open beta. So trying so hard. Anyway, so that's coming. And of course, the guys running the project say within 30 days. So not even 2 months, guys. So yeah, just wanted to, of course, bring that up. It's huge. This game goes viral. I think Avalanche is going to see huge activity because this game is, looking to seem like it's going to at least appeal to at least 100 million players. Maybe not day one, but I remember Apex Legends just took off like wildfire, and no one even talked about the game before it came out. Anywho, so what's going on with a Bitcoin Rainbow price chart? Of course, one of our also favorite charts. We're one we burn bennies when we're in the fire sale. Not quite in the fire sale anymore, though, guys. We're in the buy zone. Okay, I guess I'll be sending these to the bank from now on. Damn it. Jesus. Anyway, so if you again, this is a key indicator to let you know Bitcoin is getting ready to take off. You need to start buying, and not just Bitcoin. Of course, crypto assets, it's a huge... Once we get that initial pump up and we get the first big leg down for Bitcoin, we're going to see the price action swings just like we did in 2021, where Bitcoin's going to run, pull back, altcoins are going to run, That's like the green light for altcoins. It's like playing red light, green light. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like playing red light, green light. Green light comes on, Bitcoin runs. Red light comes on, and Bitcoin stops, and the altcoins just go up until Bitcoin runs again. Then they pull back, and everyone just kind of course, it's the market making their moves into and out of Bitcoin and stable coins. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be happening. Looks like pretty soon we're ramping up this, what, Raoul Paul likes to call the banana zone, right? The banana zone is coming, and is coming soon, sooner than you think. Who knows how fast we can ramp up to and get these crazy numbers some people are calling for. 300 is kind of you know, my bull case, I guess. You know, I feel like we're gonna hit at least 100K, more than likely next 2 months, 3 months if we're lucky by December. It's been a little stunted, and it also depends on who wins in November too. And like I said, I really do think if Kamala wins, we're gonna see a little bit of a drop or a sell off, but eventually it's gonna swing back in when they start printing more money. It's just gonna be delayed. But all crypto in general around it is going to probably be a little bit lackluster. If Trump wins, it's just going to go to the moon, and people are going to get all sorts of crazy. We'll probably have some initial sell the rumor or buy, sell the news event, and then crypto will just go parabolic. And who knows? It might be the difference between a parabolic super cycle and a Kamala Harris. Bitcoin's going to make a run and go to new all-time highs, and everything else is going to be kind of, we're making gains, but not quite as where we would be. That's my take on it. And we're going to get into why in the news. Kamala Harris says the U.S. should stay dominant in blockchain technology. Well, according to, Kamala Harris, she wants to be pro-crypto. Like everything else, she wants to be pro-everything, but you can't be pro-everything. Not when you have the policies that don't really make... to add up to being pro anything. So, Democratic nominee Kamala Harris told crowds on September 25th the campaign to stop in Pittsburgh, and if elected in president, she would encourage emerging technologies like digital assets over her opponent, Donald Trump. Of course, we know Donald Trump was just buying burgers last Friday with Bitcoin, so it's gonna be hard to compete with that when she's not doing literally anything to put herself in the spotlight for being pro crypto. Kamala Harris talks blockchain technology at Pennsylvania event, speaking to attendees at the Economic Club of Pittsburgh. Harris doubled down on pushing her innovation-driven agenda, explicitly mentioning blockchain technology. When she said that, it was just a little fraction of what she mentioned. From Harris' latest speech today, she says that the U.S. should become dominant in blockchain. Dominant in blockchain. Here we go. I'm sure the silence isn't enough. Digital assets isn't enough. Ugh. I hope that's not a direct quote. Digital assets isn't enough. Crowd will move the goalpost again, but progress. Yikes. So yeah, here's the...
In the sectors that will define the next century. We will invest in biomanufacturing and aerospace. Remain dominant in AI and quantum computing, blockchain and other emerging technologies. Expand our lead in clean energy innovation and manufacturing. So I will
Does she know what she even said in that sentence? I don't know. But if she did, it's not too bad. It's not quite as bad as I thought she literally said. Digital assets isn't enough. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Kamala Harris. Terrific. Wonderful. And her, of course, she's pulling 1%, 1% higher on the Poly Market. Of course, brought to you by Polygon. So the bets are still 1% in her favor on Poly Market. We'll see. BlackRock's IBIT leads Bitcoin ETFs with Grayscale's Mini Ether Trust gains the most Ethereum inflows. Spot Bitcoin ETFs add 105 million as Ethereum ETFs pull in 43 million on busy trading day. This is what I'm talking about. Like we just looked at the top two trackers for the ETFs, and they're still not doing anything but sideways action. And of course, BitcoinTreasuries.net is 10 days behind, 13 days behind. I just can't anymore, guys. I keep flip-flopping on those trackers. I just don't like them. BlackRock IBIT leads Bitcoin ETFs, while Grayscale's Mini Ether... Yeah, we got it. Wednesday marked another active day... This is Wednesday? What? This was Wednesday? Oh, I guess they're reporting on Wednesdays. Yeah, on Wednesdays. So BlackRock's IBIT leading, of course. Wednesday ranked another active trading session for the 12-spot Bitcoin ETFs and the 9-spot Ethereum ETFs. The Bitcoin ETF saw approximately 800 million in volume, that's trading volume, accumulating a total of 105 million after the daily close. BlackRock's IBIT led the charge, pulling in 184 million, while Bitwise's IBIT, added 2 million. However, the Fidelity's FBTC and ARK B took some of the shine off the gains. Fidelity's FBTC experienced a dip of 33 million, and ARK Invest 8 ARK B shed 40. Of course, what they've been shedding every single day, it seems now. ARK. Everyone's just kind of. I feel like the fees might be a little too high for ARK. That's why they're getting a little bit behind. But yeah, all of the funds saw no other changes on Wednesday's trading since January 11th, 2024. BlackRock's ETF basically has not done anything but go sideways or up. Spot Ethereum ETFs weren't left behind, pulling in 43 million. Wednesday's activity brought in a total outflows of $580 million. Yada, yada, yada. So it was just a really big trading session yesterday. A really big trading session. Okay. I guess we haven't seen one in a while. It's I guess it's newsworthy. AVAX price rallies after Avalanche development incentive mainnet upgrade is announced. A $40 million developer incentive is the upcoming mainnet upgrade to translate the price to the after Avalanche. Oh my god. Guys, if you guys aren't bullish on these two L1s, right here, when they go up to $500, $1,000 each, you're going to wish you did. Because AVAX is not going to be left behind. I don't think so. I think this is one of the biggest developing projects we've seen this year. The net token for Avalanche ecosystem has also been shown resilience, rising 3.45% over the last 24 hours amid increasing excitement about the blockchain's first major upgrade. According to the data of Cointelegraph, Markets Pro, and TradingView, the AVAX token smashed through the barrier posted on the 200-day exponential, the SMA, EMA, exponential moving average, on September 26th to reach an intraday high of $29 at the time of publication. The layer 1 has trades of up to nearly $30, up 10% on the last week, 12.5% over the last 30 days. Everything's moving. And again, this is based on obviously news for the project, but also carrying some of the weight from Bitcoin downward to some of the alts. It's just not a big way like it was back in 2021. So I'm still waiting for those bigger moves. But it's still bullish for the project. $30 AVAX is nothing to ignore. And honestly, you should be accumulating a lot more, because I remember in the height of 2021 bull market, Avalanche was trading at like $125 or something like that. It was like, I remember buying my first AVAX token at like $100 back in the day. It's just not one to fade. It's going to be, make some damage. Anyhow, moving on. Here's the end of 2025 price prediction targets for Bitcoin, according to Trader, that called the bear market bottom. Of course, that is, I think it's Dave the Wave, right? Yeah, synonymous analyst Dave the Wave, who has 146,000 followers in social media platform X, that told Bitcoin on Twitter could reach 214% from its current value by the end of the next year. 214% from its current price. The technical target is of $200,000 by the end of 2025. I think that's the number everyone's calling for. I'm not too surprised there. He also says the Bitcoin appears to be forming a cup and handle pattern on the weekly chart, and a cup and handle pattern, which is typically viewed as a bullish trade. Yada yada, we know. And lastly, he suggests that Bitcoin may finish the year off, and the uptrend of the flagship crypto may be printing a bullish pattern on the daily chart of higher low prices and higher high prices, setting up the Bitcoin's fourth quarter fireworks. Doesn't mark the beginning of a turnaround for the local higher lows and higher highs. Probably. I mean, what are we waiting for? Other than the election, we have nothing else to wait for. Nothing. Potential another Fed rate cut in November. Again, same thing is going to be waiting for in November. It's going to, affect that. We'll see. Analysts link silver bull market to upcoming macroeconomic crisis. We just looked at silver. It's nearing that $2 trillion. Too many zeros on these damn numbers now. The $2 trillion mark. If and when it does. may signal a huge crisis for the entire world economy. Analysts from the Kobesi letter, a global capital markets commentary, have assessed the behavior of silver, which is experiencing a larger bull market than gold, may forecast a significant upcoming macroeconomic crisis. According to the Kobesi, silver and gold could anticipate a similar inflation curve to the observed that was observed in the 1970s. 1970s. Gosh, Jesus. The bull run that the silver is currently experiencing, with prices rising 36% year to date, can be interpreted as the market preparing for an upcoming macroeconomic crisis. While stocks have been rising in an economic context, silver and gold to a lesser extent, and has been skyrocketing, with prices up 80% during the last 2 years. Silver has beaten gold's rally, which prices increased by a little over 60% during the same period of time. Assessing these rallies and the macroeconomic elements driving the market after the recent Federal Reserve movements, Kobesi, an analyst, stated the Fed implementing a 50 basis cut and futures expecting multiple more. Could inflation come back? Perhaps. The markets are pricing in a material chance inflation returns. Quite possibly. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but gold, silver, Bitcoin. Robert Kiyosaki has said it multiple times. He's calling it an everything crash from here. Everyone should hold. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's still looming. Anywho, Bitcoin reaches 65,000. Market braces for major options expiry. Of course, this month. This is it. Next, I think is it tomorrow? I think tomorrow's the last Friday. I think options expire on Friday, the last Friday of the month, if I am not mistaken. Next Tuesday is the 1st. So this is going to be huge game changer for Bitcoin if we shake out all the longs and the shorts. What's going on in the chat? JC Club says hello. David, how many sats in my opinion for becoming rich? Oh wow, David. That's well, it depends on your time frame. It all depends on your time frame. How long is your time frame? That's my question. And yeah, we can play with numbers. I like it's fun to pretend. It's fun. It's fun. But as of right now, I think having a solid Bitcoin is definitely going to be a huge milestone for most people. Half a Bitcoin. Just look at milestones, right? If you can't get a Bitcoin, can you get half a Bitcoin? Can you not get half a Bitcoin? I mean, these are levels that are going to be difficult for everyone on the planet here in the next year, 5 years. I mean, it's going to be scary times ahead when Bitcoin's $1 million and the dollar is printed to oblivion and every house is worth $2 to $10 million. It's going to be crazy. I do believe personally. David asked, do I believe $1 million Bitcoin by 2030? Yes, I do, and all the macro analysts out there also do, right? All the economists and of course venture funds, that right? Venture capital. My favorite, of course, Kathy Wood also has, she's already doubled down on her prediction for 2030 this year, saying it's going to be not only 1 million but 2.8, I think, was her target now. So $1 million was my original target following Kathy Wood's path back in 2020, 2021, but now it's even incredibly higher. So, yep, that's what I believe, David. Yep, and so do you apparently. So do you. So yeah, how many sats though? If you believe in that, we can actually get into that. One of my favorite tools to use. We can do that when we're done with all the news. But is When Moon. We can play around with that at the end of the stream like we normally do. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin peaks above 65K as you saw today. Again, I'm still calling that the rally after kicking the can down the road until at least December, because that's all the time we have left to avoid a government shutdown. They've only pushed it out again till December. So then we're going to see another potential event where Bitcoin could rally around in December before the end of the year. We can get a Santa rally just off that if the stock market even crashes too. I mean, Bitcoin's not going to be left behind in the dust. Like this, we got so much stuff to get end of the year on. It's going to be crazy. And of course, we still have the halving. People still forget we have the halving. We already had it. And Bitcoin now costs about $80,000 to produce one Bitcoin, to mine one Bitcoin, and it's significantly less than that. It has to at least go up to 80,000 by the end of the year, in my opinion. But we will see. We will see if the miners get knocked out of their companies, or start going downhill. Then we'll figure that out at the end of the year. I just don't think that's possible. Well, anyway, so Anthony Pompliano is back in the news again, still saying that Bitcoin is a big winner over the coming months due to one catalyst. Of course, this is what he said. Quickly,
take a look at the price of Bitcoin this morning, just below the $64,000 level. The cryptocurrency up now 140% in the last.
I don't necessarily think of it so much, in crypto. I think that there's two revolutions going on. There's a monetary revolution, trying to be money, and that's where you see Bitcoin and stable coins. And then there's a technology revolution. And, do you need a blockchain or do you not? That's up for debate in a bunch of different ways.
Maybe a curveball, but do you think Visa is a monopoly?
I think that payments in general, Visa has done a very good job of, but it's really hard for me to get excited when people yell and scream about monopolies when I have plenty of other services. I go to the store and I see people using other products. How do you have a monopoly if there's, a big number 2 or a big number 3? How is it a monopoly?
I don't know, Pompey. I don't know. That's of course coming out in the Monopoly, the duo Monopoly 2 with Visa and MasterCard. It clearly is a monopoly because only 2 rule the entire SWIFT system. So, anyway. So that's, of course, Pomp back in the news again. I can't find the direct quote, but basically he says 83% of the Bitcoin moves with global liquidity. It's more than the S&P 500 or any other asset. And so if you look at it, it's not just when the interest rate cuts. Now it's M2, money supply, global money supply, and it's expanding. We just talked about Israel and how they basically came out and said, we have this many $200 Israeli, what were they called? Shekels? Shekels. I love that word. Shekels. And the U.S. government can't tell you how many dollars are in the world. It's estimated, but we don't know for sure how many $100 bills were printed. It's crazy. The M2 money supply is off the charts. And of course, they printed over 80% of all the money in the entire world since its inception. In the last 3-4 years, it was like 21, 22. It's insane. So we doubled the money supply in basically 2 years, between 22 and 23. Anyway, it's expanding, and then we have to get the rate cuts going in China, which just started yesterday, I believe. Yesterday, China started printing more money. Everyone's printing more money. And now and elsewhere, and so I think Bitcoin ends up being a big winner whenever we get that kind of cheap money flooding into the system. Again, that's the big catalyst that Pompliano is expecting to, no matter what. Like I was saying earlier, push Bitcoin by the end of the year. We're gonna get a Santa rally. It's pretty clear. Chat's blowing up. Do I believe that Trump wins? We will be good for Bitcoin. Yes, I believe if Trump wins, we're going to get everything, not just Bitcoin, an everything move for crypto, Bitcoin in particular, but also all crypto. If KAMALA wins, in my opinion, we're going to get an immediate little sell-off. Then all crypto is going to be kind of stunted, maybe go up a little bit, not as high as we were expecting some of these altcoins to rally, and then Bitcoin's going to just fly anyway, because it doesn't matter. She's going to print so much money when she gets in. It's not going to matter for Bitcoin. So I think Bitcoin's a safe haven, a diversifier. No matter what, you want to have at least some Bitcoin on your portfolio. It's the other stuff that's going to be questionable, I think. JD Club, only because RFK, yes, RFK Jr. isn't involved, has the only real crypto. Yes, man, I'm not the only one that understands it. Yes, RFK, of course, was the first original Bitcoin president. That's what I've been saying for years. And, since he came out last year at Bitcoin Miami, 2023. And everyone that forgot it, or maybe we're not aware, he was the first Bitcoin president. And now he's at least part of Trump's cabinet. I'm hoping that maybe next time he can run, maybe with Vivek. Maybe RFK and Vivek could run together, and it'd be the perfect pair. I would definitely vote for that ballot. And then David also says nowadays they print in digital form. Yes, most of it is not even physical. Exactly. David knows what's going on. He knows, man. That's what's going on with Pomp in the news. Back in CNBC again. He's been on there almost every single week now. Bitcoin surges past 55K. They push 90%. Look at this, guys. 90% of you, me, everyone who's held Bitcoin since 2021, they're probably going to push the all-time highs, of course. Are now 90% of us are in profit. Because even if you bought the tippy top last cycle, you probably didn't buy at 69. You probably bought some at 60, 65, right? When we went from that 35K all the way back up again on the second big peak. Maybe go back to the chart and show you, but I'm sure if you guys were there, you know what I'm talking about. 90% of the holders, of course, after that second peak are now back in profit. There's hardly anyone that's ever bought Bitcoin that is underperforming right now. Hardly, unless you bought it like, again, 70K. I know one person in my life who bought it at 70K, and unfortunately he's not part of that 90%. But yeah, Bitcoin price rose to 65K. Of course, it's just going to go over what I was just mentioning. They're not even going to show a full chart. That's a bit of a downer, but I can at least pull it up and show you. If you guys don't already know, I'm sure you do, but I have to reiterate, it's fine. Just for everyone. Jesus. So yeah, this is what we're looking at here. And oh man, my chart's so crazy. I've been working on this chart. I've been building this chart. Oh, I've got my predictions too. You guys might like these. These are my old past predictions. I've been following this damn thing. This is my 4-year-old chart. Oh my god. I forgot I was still using the same one. But yeah, we'll go into that maybe. It's fun too. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We hit this peak right here about 62,000, and then we fell back down and we went into that 35 hole right there, and then we got that cup and handle pattern, came back up and did the swoosh, the Nike swoosh, back up to 69K, and that's of course the teeter-totter top. We only were up there for about a week, less than that even. That's just a weekly candle chart right here showing you. So that is of course all these people that have ever bought between this level and that level are basically all still in profit regardless. Unless you bought, of course, the new higher high, which was 70K. Oh man, so we hit nearly 74. I guess it wicked up there, but yeah, we didn't quite get to 75. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's what happened in the past. And of course, I just want to run through some of these old predictions. Look at these predictions. I even have who predicted them as well. Yeah, so originally 2022, 2023, JP Morgan predicted that in 2024, we'd get $120,000 Bitcoin. This is before JP Morgan officially came out and said they even had Bitcoin on the balance sheet. I mean, come on, what the heck? So yeah, that happened, and you guys look up these articles too. Citibank also predicted a $318,000 Bitcoin by next year. This is of course 2022, 23. So this is again 2 years in the making. They have predicted. Citibank, huge bank. They still can't hold it on the balance sheet. I think they have some involvement in ETFs though. But yeah, I'm just kind of the yellow ones. I fill in the gap. Just for psychological highs because it goes on. You'll be surprised where we end up with this. 2026, Arthur Hayes predicted that we were going to get $1 million Bitcoin by this target date. Originally, he flip-flops, man. You cannot keep up with this man. He's crazy. So that was probably 2023 when he last said that. I had it in there. And 2030, this is what I'm talking about. And I updated this year. $2.3 million, Kathy Wood's ARK Invest prediction. Was by 2030 we were going to get $2.3 million Bitcoin. I still believe that's her target. I don't think she's changed it. If anything, it's gone up a little bit. It's like 2.8 now or something. But still, 2030, that's huge. We now have to go into the yearly candles because I can't even see the top of this. It gets pretty intense. That's the 12-month candle. We need a 1 month. There we go. And look at this. We're still nowhere near it. We're still nowhere near our target. Why? Because we got to fill in all the gaps. 10 million, 40 million, 100 million, 400 million, 600 million, 800 million. And then we get to 2038's Fidelity's prediction of a $1 billion Bitcoin. Look this up. I'm not making this stuff up. Fidelity came out and said that they could possibly see a $1 billion Bitcoin on the backs of a potential US dollar collapse. 2038, that's not that far away if you think in the grand scheme of things. Bitcoin's only been around for 15 years. That's not that much farther out. We're looking at, another 14 years? That's nothing. That's another Bitcoin inception amount of time. But yeah, that's what, of course, all the big predictions I have been gathering over the years on my chart. I'm going to get back into where we should be. But let's take a look at the chat while I'm trying to get back to our chart because I got to go back in time now. let's see. David says, nowadays, yes, most of it. What do I think about BlackRock? I'm not a big fan of BlackRock, but they're a necessary evil. I wouldn't even say they're necessary. It's just they're here already. We can't push them out. There's no way to get them out unless every person in the world right now buys their fair share of Bitcoin, which is, I believe, 0.0003, 0.00. It's like $100. If everyone were to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin right now, 8 billion people in the world, number one, you wouldn't be able to actually get it pulled off on the marketplace. But yeah, we'd be able to at least stop BlackRock's accumulation. It's just, I don't think we're ever going to be able to do that. They already hold 357 billion or million, 357,000 Bitcoin, whatever the hell that's worth in dollars. I don't know. I track everything in Bitcoin. To me, it's more important how many Bitcoins, not how many dollars, because the dollar is it's inflated to hell. Guys, you went to the supermarket today. I don't know about you. What was it I saw today? Oh no, I went to the hardware store. I bought a can of spray paint. It's like $1 more than I was there last week. We're getting to almost Argentina level inflation. It's crazy. I kid, but no, not quite. Anyway, so here we go. Let's get back into the news. See what else we got, and then I do want to play with One Moon before the end of the stream. Avalanche price ice 79% pump with a key resistance in sight. Yeah, of course, you guys are a big fan of Avalanche. It's going to be seeing big moves. We already read an article earlier about Avalanche. I don't need to go into this one. Tom Emmer. Ooh, yes. Tom Emmer criticizes Gary Gensler for hurting the U.S. crypto growth. We got a little clip here. It's fun to play real quick.
In an era where bipartisanship can feel
Gary
scarce,
gets raked over the coals
Gensler
again.
has done such a terrible job running the SEC that he has managed to unite members on both sides of the aisle, condemning his failed leadership. Gary Gensler has worked to consolidate his own power, even though it means crushing opportunities and, frankly, the financial future of this country. Rogue bureaucrats like Gensler are supposed to be working for the people, not reigning over them. He has wasted a large part of the SEC's resources to wage war on the crypto industry. The strategy, however, has not been successful for him as the SEC continues to lose again and again in the courts on its crusade against the digital asset innovation in this country. It's time for the SEC to return to its mission and protect opportunities for every American who wants to participate in the greatest capital markets in the world. Digital asset innovation is an important part of that. What Gary Gensler doesn't understand is fighting against crypto innovation in America isn't going to stop it. He is only going to push crypto innovation off of American soil. This is exactly how disasters like FTX occur. The United States should want digital asset businesses under its regulatory umbrella and purview so that we have a safer digital asset ecosystem.
Yes!
What are you, stupid?
Come on, Gary. We done with you, man. Yeah, so we got to get him out. I'm done. I'm sick of talking about Gary. He's ruined enough of our lives. we can complain about someone else next year. Jesus. BlackRock boosts crypto holdings with major Bitcoin and Ethereum buys. Speaking of BlackRock, here we go again. David also says, and they detain a lot of sub companies. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And also don't forget about what is it? It's not Pendle, is it? No, it's Buildle. Buildle. You can't even participate in Buildle, BlackRock's a key asset fund in crypto, unless you are a certain level, hold a certain level of capital. So they're making, of course, these specialized clubs you can't even play in. And now Liberty's doing the same thing. I think it's dirty, man. Everyone it should be a fair market, open market. We should all be able to participate. BlackRock boosts crypto holdings, right? With a major Bitcoin, Ethereum buys. Yeah, I was, of course, talking about today, which we're not seeing that reflected on any of the trackers. It's really irking me. But, yeah, they bought 182 Bitcoin. Yeah, putting them up at, who knows? We're still over 357K. We don't know exactly what that number, or at least I don't know what exactly that number is. We can see it on the blockchain, though. This is, of course, brought to you by Rananjay Singh on crypto Twitter. Yeah, so they're not stopping. I think that's all we need to really mention there. Jesus, of course, BlackRock, buy. Is Ton in trouble? This I want to talk about. Not a big fan of this token or Tron, but people hold it. And of course, it's 2 big players in our space right now in the top 10, top 20. So yeah, calls for Ton distanced itself from Telegram following the Pavel Durov's arrest. Of course, we had almost all of the key players except Vivek. I mean, Vitalik. Vitalik didn't get arrested. That would have been funny if he got arrested this month, but he didn't, or last month. But yeah, this year we've had like all the L1. Oh yeah, Satoshi. He can't get arrested, can he? Oh, I don't think so. He's probably dead. But yeah, the Ton blockchain has had a box office year. Who the hell wrote this article? It buoyed by a runway excess, really. Games like Hamster Combat, it's pretty much the only game that's moving the token, honestly. Its native token Toncoin has more than doubled since January and is now one of the 10 biggest cryptocurrencies by market cap. I don't know about you guys, but are you holding this Ton? Are you holding Ton or Tron? Let me know in the chat. I'd be curious to see what you guys hold. Of course, please like, subscribe, do all the things. I need the help, guys. I'm a little guy trying to make my way in this crypto space. Let me know if you guys like what you see, and I like and the subscribe in the below. But yeah, the biggest elephant in the room, of course, is Ton, as it closes ties with its messaging app Telegram, which is facing regulatory scrutiny. And they want to distance themselves from that scrutiny. The SEC is giving them, of course, and the arrest of the founder, Pavel Durov. According to BitGet, the legal woes could imperil Ton in the long run and pose significant challenges in its quest for global expansion and adoption. The report says the development of Ton is heavily reliant on the traffic generated by Telegram, and the deep integration of Ton with Telegram's wallet and the user base creates a significant dependency on the messaging platform. Consequently, the regulatory risks associated with Telegram loom over the Ton blockchain like a sword of Damocles? What? Jesus. What in the world? These people, man. These people are so snobbish. Yeah, indeed, this blockchain facing regulatory challenges of its own. Just in this week, it was announced that the wallet app, which enables Telegram users to send and receive cryptocurrencies like Ton, was suspended by the UK with the service. Of course, everything gets suspended in the UK. And it seeks approval to operate the Financial Conduct Authority. Okay, so the future is not very clear with Ton and Tron. Oh my god, this is a lengthy article. But that's the kind of gist of it. You know, they are getting, they're trying to distance themselves from each other because of the Pavel arrest that happened. Man, was that last month now? Looks like it's been a month. Bitcoin in the final few days before transitioning into parabolic phase, says trader. Here's his outlook. Which trader in particular? Rect Capital. Rect Capital, the pseudonymously known as Rect Capital, the analyst. 80. He tells that Bitcoin's gonna hit 89,500. Oh no, you know he has that many. Man, I can't imagine if I had that many YouTube subscribers. That would hurt my brain. Yeah, this really is a current breakout for the moment of Bitcoin. Is to really start transitioning into a parabolic phase of this cycle. We have a handful of days left of the transition between the reaccumulation phase and the parabolic phase of the cycle. And for us to tell us actually the effectively transition into the breakout period, the pseudonymous analyst has said, however, that the Bitcoin could fall by single-digit percentage points before the breakout. We still need to fully confirm that because technically we could still see some dipping into 60,600 just to restart or retest the reaccumulation stage and the low new support. And that's exactly what we would need to see the price expand across the range to finally revisit the reaccumulation high. Man, it's a mouthful. Around 73,800 for a potential breakout. Yeah, we never go up, guys. We know never go up. And it looks like, of course, we're over that cup and handle pattern, and we're just making the handle right now to get another leg up. And we can go into that later. I'll show you where that target's going to be. But he's predicting it's going to be... Does he even say here? It just says there's going to be a parabolic phase. Bitcoin's trading at 63,000. Of course, that was the beginning of the day today. Yeah, we can go into that in a bit. We're almost done with the news. I don't think there's anything, of course, as we covered this yesterday on Bitcoin Magazine. That was the Israel goes cashless. That was a really good article. Guys, if you haven't read that, that's pretty awesome. The shekels are going away. All right, guys, let's check out Bitcoin in the news on Twitter. See if there's any cool memes tonight. Check out the normies, see what they're searching. And yeah, we'll take a look at Bitcoin at the end of the stream. What in the world is this? Can Bitcoin pumps people trade like sats for jerky? Best carnivore snack the Canadian plebs can get. Okay, I guess the Canadian plebs like their jerky. Okay, we're laughing at how to track your boyfriend's phone without knowing him. He's just buying Bitcoin, man. It's okay. And NFTs? Oh no, and NFTs might be a little risky there. What's this? Track someone on Google Maps. Oh no! What is this trash on YouTube? What? Oh my God! No! Wow, this is lame tonight, guys. Inside a Swiss nuclear bunker is a secret Bitcoin vault. Oh, that's funny. If you need to recover, yeah, this guy is just spamming the entirety of Twitter. What is that? Johnny SS? Oh God! Bitcoin rainbow chart, yay! We love the chart. Bitcoin ATMs, yeah. There's plenty of ATMs in the mall, but who's buying from them? I'm not buying from them. Jesus. Alrighty, it's kind of lackluster. You'd think there'd be more fun ones tonight with number go up today, but no. Everyone's just kind of it's kind of hit and miss every day. Bitcoin's hope, of course, is Michael Saylor. Don't you forget!
People that
what do we call them? What do we call them?
People that store of value.
Play with this silly nonsense.
We call them poor.
Oh no! We call them poor. Yeah. So let's. Anything else in the crypto? Yeah, we're patiently waiting for October. Oh my God, that's Lark. Oh God, Lark. Yeah, I think that's how I feel with my my altcoins. Yeah. That's funny. All right, let's look at the normies. I'm over it. Let's look at the normies. Eric Adams. I'm going to pull my freaking hair out tonight. I don't know who the hell that is. Indictment. Hurricane Helene tracker. People were curious. I've been worried about the hurricanes. Hada caught I don't know what that is. Just sports. Normies love their sports. Cardi B. Celebrity. Sports. JD Vance Dossier. Dossier. I don't know, man. I don't know what that is. What's going on with JD now? Dak stats. It's sports. Flooding. The Last of Us season 2. Trump watches. What? Like, watch? I guess. He's gonna have a Bitcoin watch. Unrelated. Of course, it's all unrelated to our space. Unfortunately, we've only had like 5 days this year where it's been actually related to our space. And of course, we last check the Bitcoin. The normies searching for Bitcoin. Are we having any sort of uptrend on that? Spoiler alert, probably not. More than likely not. Not even close. Even when we hit 65K today, we had a little bit of an uptick. I mean, we were at 35 yesterday, 45. Yeah, so we had a little bit of an uptick, but not much on the Google Trends on Bitcoin. All right, moving on. Like I said, I promised we will get into When Moon. Guys, if you haven't played with When Moon yet, it's fun. It's fun to pretend. As I love to say that. It's fun to pretend. But yeah, When Moon is where you can predict where your bags are going to be by the year you wish to retire. You can actually predict a retirement date with your Bitcoin, your stack size. You just put in a amount that you currently have or would like to have accumulated by a certain date. Say, for example, you have one Bitcoin and you want to retire on $100,000 per year. That's per year. You want to pull out $100,000 while your Bitcoin's still accumulating value. And then the annual USD supply increase. That's, of course, inflation. We're just going to leave that alone for now. And the annual appreciation rate. Would you believe that Bitcoin is going to be appreciating higher or lower to meet a certain threshold? And this is, of course, APR. It's going to be APY, right? So it's amount, the annual percent by yield, or not yield, but per year. It's going to be per year. So yeah, basically this I would leave this go. I usually change this to about 40% because Bitcoin on average per year is around 45-46% up, right? So we do have down years, of course, but the big years are huge. They're massive, and they make up for the down years. So if you put in this information, we're just going to use 40% to kind of give it a nice round number. If you had one Bitcoin and you wanted to pull out $100,000, your moon date, meaning the day that you can retire, is based on your stack of one Bitcoin, and it's currently worth $65,000 currently. and your desired amount, the annual appreciation rate, and yada, yada, yada. Your moon date is 2033 if you have 1 Bitcoin. You can retire on 1 Bitcoin. And your stack will be worth 1.5 million. 1.5 million if Bitcoin's appreciation rate is only 44. Now, of course, you can play around with these numbers. You can go to the Michael Saylor quoted average of 46%. And yeah, that puts you up to 2031. And your stack will be worth 1.1 million as well. And of course, you can play with this further and further and further. Now, if your stack is beyond that or under that, you can also adjust that. So if you had said for example, you had a half a Bitcoin, how much, and you want to retire on less? Say you want to retire. You can retire on in today's current dollar rate, right? $60,000 maybe. You can live off that maybe. I don't know what your personal situation is, but you can play with that. You could retire by 2031 on half a Bitcoin. Look at that. 2031, half a Bitcoin. Yeah, and of course it breaks down also the appreciation of your stack, with your moon date, and you can see how it levels off a little bit because now you're withdrawing throughout this time period. This is amazing, and it actually gives you formulas. It breaks it all down, and of course, as your stack over time, as you retire into your older age. And of course, you don't have to pull out that amount. You can pull out less if you wanted to. So value for value, of course. Yep. He's the original creator of this. His name's Jimbo. You can send stats to Jimbo to basically give him a tip for bringing this out into the open. And of course, it's pulled into the data. The current APIs are built around Coinmetrics and Fred, based on the M2 money supply. So, if you want to play around with this, it is available at observablehq.com, or just type in when moon ? Into Google, and I'm sure you'll find you. Alrighty, so that's what's going on with when moon, and when moon for you, when moon for me. It's gonna be different based on your time horizon. All right, awesome, great, terrific, wonderful. Moving on. You know what we didn't do? We didn't do our dystopian future segment today. Oh no! It's the dystopian future! Welcome to dystopian future 2024. You can't go back. What's that? Favorite? That's Kamala Harris who says, you can't go back, right? You can't go back and buy more Bitcoin. But, you know what's coming ahead? You can't go back from as well? AI and robots, as they come, they're going to take your jobs. Watch out, guys. If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, an accountant, a data entry clerk, a writer, a journalist, a bookkeeper, the receptionist, the bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, or a fast food worker like me, customer service representative of all types. And of course, don't forget your friends, your family, and loved ones are all going to be replaced by robots and AI, because there's going to be things in the bedroom that either you can't do or they can't do. So don't you forget. That's of course our dystopian future segment for the day. Welcome. And if you're mad at those robots, just give them a swift kick. Just swift kick. Knock them out. Attack these robots. Right in the heart. All right, guys. All right. What's going on with Bitcoin? 65,278. We're still going up. Number go up, and Japan wants to buy. Of course, right now it's about 10:30. We've reached 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New York time. And yeah, Bitcoin's not stopping. Looks like Japan want to buy, and we'll see if Germany does Germany want to buy. Does China want to buy? They're printing all the money in China. I would be buying. What the heck, man? Focus one, dude. 100,000 Bitcoin. Here we come. The Focus has predicted. I bow down to you. Yep, $100,000 Bitcoin. Here we come. Definitely by end of the year, it's starting to look like it. We've been stunted a little bit, but it's looking greener and greener every day. Pompliano was on the news and BlackRock's Larry Fink was on the news last week. I'm not sure if he's on the news again this week. But yeah, it's looking like number go up. Technology is continuing to go up, and I wonder, is that the same? I think that's the same leg. No, it's not. That's definitely not. All right, so this cup and handle we were talking about earlier, Bitcoin over the length of this pole, right? If you take this pole like you normally do with a cup and handle pattern, and you go up to the next leg up, that would put Bitcoin at somewhere at Look at that, focused. Somewhere around, I mean, we're going to have a little bit of a dip down here somewhere at some point, but somewhere around 100K, it's crazy. If this plays out, of course, the cup and handle. This is the 1 weekly chart, right? The weekly chart. So don't get your hopes too high, but this has been playing out for quite a long time. This is a 3-year, right? No. Yeah, a 3-year accumulation from November of 2021 at the peak to where we are now. So even if you were going to take that and say, okay, we're going to go sideways until November, that's huge and bullish. Like, there we are, $100,000 Bitcoin. That would put us $100,000 Bitcoin by Christmas. Bullish to all hell. All right. It's fun to pretend, and that's what we're gonna do here tonight. Of course, every single night. We were off on our target last night. Again, we were not bullish enough. The previous night we were too bullish, just a hair above our target. We were really damn close in Tuesday into Wednesday, and then Wednesday into Thursday, and not so much. We were a bit off. But we can play around with it now, knowing that it's looking like we're probably gonna get a green night, early morning even. We'll see real quick and see what's going on in the heat map, but that'd be my guess. Is where we're headed is just gonna be 66, 67, 65, 60. Who knows? Let's take a look. See what these orders are at. Let's see the sentiment right now is basically green. There's not too many orders underneath here though. That's kind of concerning me. Yeah, right now everyone wants to buy in at 65. Some FOMO is hitting Japan right now. That's interesting. 65.1, 65. Wow. But then we're going to get a bit of a sell-off at 65.5. Looks like a lot of orders are placed up there. It's going to be a little bit of a hard resistance to break. And of course, 65 has been the biggest resistance to break. Right? Every time we get close to that number, it takes us a while. We eventually get through, and then we're stopped at 69. Because 69 is the PTSD we have from the 2021 bull run. That was the previous all-time high. It's going to be hard to break through it again. I would be very surprised if we just blow right through it right away once we hit 65 into 69. It's just going to take. It's going to take time, man. It's going to take time. Those wounds are fresh. Oh, jeez, that's my opinion. It's not a fact or whatever. Or was it Kiyosaki said? It's a prediction. It's a fact, but it's not a lie or something like that. I don't know. Crazy guy. All right, let's take off the rest of these little indicators in the chart. Let's clean this up a little bit and get into. Of course, my favorite thing to do is just do these tradings based on time frames. That's of course 9 a.m., 9 p.m. If you remember 3 numbers, 9, 12, 3. You basically know the key time frames where all the volatility is going to be for all the markets on both sides of the world. It's the way I always say it every single night. It's the way to describe it. So just knowing that, if you put just kind of place my areas, I'm not trading at all, guys. I'm an investor. I'm a long-term investor. My goal is to aspire to be a venture capitalist like Kathy Wood one day. We'll see. See how crazy they can handle with my mask and everything. I'll be sitting there in a tuxedo wearing a mask. This is what's going on tonight. Looks like a 3 a.m., 12 a.m., and a 9 p.m. into 9 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. That'll be usually where the market sells off if there's a little too many gains overnight. That's just how it plays out normally. So if we look into the early morning, right, we're going to look at, man, this looks pretty tight right now too. We are currently on the 1 hour chart. Here's the 15-minute chart we normally look at. Damn, it's just number go up. Number go up. Looking pretty bullish on the evening. We already broke through the key resistance level. So that takes us to back testing, something an hour ago? 2 hours ago, 3 days ago. Oh my God, how many days are we out now? We are back into August levels. Wow, that was quick. We'll keep that one up. I'll copy that. Let's see. Next key level we're trying to break through right now is right there. It's clear as day. Then 65K, 65.5 is what we saw. Of course, all the orders being placed. We're just going to place that there. They're going to sell off there. And then the next key level would be, looks like 66.9. Wow, that's pretty up there already. Right before 67K. All right, so that's pretty much where our target's gonna be tonight. If we can break through and even get into this zone here, that'd be great. Again, I look at this as like Breakout or Pong. You know those old games, guys. You know, I'm kind of an old game fan. But I feel like it is a game. Crypto is just a game. Stonks are just a game. We still have more humans now than we do in the stock market trading, right? There's more humans still trading in crypto than robots. We haven't had total takeover in bots yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So yeah, this is what I feel is going to happen tonight. This is what I feel. This is the most accurate predictions ever, guys. We got dancing Bitcoin Chan on the screen. She's pumping the market for us tonight. Oh Jesus! But yeah, it looks like we're going to probably see a breakup or breakdown at the end of this this bull pendant here. But honestly, it's a little too bullish in my opinion. Look at that. It's a little too bullish. Yikes, man. Yeah, I'd say probably here then. Probably here. So that probably puts us into, right now we're at the biggest volatility, the first big hump of volatility, 9 p.m., other side of the world. And then we're looking at midnight. So I'm guessing it's if we don't get a dump here in the next 10, 15 minutes, more like the next 7 minutes, it's probably bullish for the evening. Let's look at the 5-minute chart, the 3-minute chart. Still printing green, still printing, of course, yellow for us, because our bulls are yellow. Oh man, nice. I've been neglecting the chat a little bit here. Thanks for your time, homie. Yeah, of course, Jay. Of course. Pump that market to Bitcoin Chan. Yeah, Bitcoin Chan. Yeah, she's definitely gonna pump the market for us tonight. And yeah, we're moving. We're moving on up. Anyway, so where I think right now I'm stalling a little bit because I'm waiting for it to the drop to at least confirm my bias. Yeah, it looks like we're starting to print a red candle there. The 5 minutes still look bullish a little bit. Yeah, and of course the 15 minutes still does. But it looks like we're winding down though. It looks like we're squeezing that tube out, and it might squeeze out a little earlier. So maybe to here. So we're probably going to see a break up or down now at about 11 o'clock. In New Yorker time. So we're going to probably come down here, retest that. If we can't break out there, which will be around 10 o'clock, we're going to come back down, retest, and then get squeezed out here and then fall down the next key level. My guess is that's going to be the new, support. Previous resistance now becomes support, right? We already broke through that twice now. That's my guess into the shorter time frame. And of course, in the longer time frame, if we can hold this, then we are going to bounce back up when we rally at 12 a.m., right? And then try to retest this if we can confirm it. If not, we're going to come back down, retest, again, maybe a little higher low. And then we got 3 a.m., which again, that's probably the final movement upward in the foreign market. If we can't get a retest upward from there to try to break through again, then yeah, we're gonna come back down and we're gonna have a sell off into the morning, the Monday. Damn, I don't even know what day of the week is anymore. Until the Friday morning. And Friday in general does not usually have a ton of volatility, guys. I mean, Mondays and Fridays are usually pretty lackluster. So I think that's pretty much what I'm taking away from this evening. The current bullish sentiment. It's good. It's there. It's just nothing's really happening. That's going to be a key indicator to push us forward into tomorrow. I could be wrong. We could wake up tomorrow morning and see 67K. I'd be ecstatic, huge grin on my face. But I just don't think it's going to happen tonight. We still have the bullish momentum. Maybe overseas when China wakes up, they'll see that we're kicking the can down the road. They're printing more money. They know they're printing more money. Maybe they haven't woken up yet to it, but they started printing more money Tuesday, Wednesday in China. Maybe they'll pump our market. But yeah, that's kind of what I see happening right now. We got 4 minutes until we print another candle on the 15-minute chart, but it looks like it's printing red. So that's going to confirm my bias. And then, yeah, something like this could play out unless it changes at midnight. We could see it. We could see more of a bullish. Again, we've been too bullish the last few nights, and then we weren't bullish enough last night. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm interested to see how this plays out. So if this does play out this way at 3 a.m., and we do make another higher high or a new higher low, maybe we hit the top of this again, retest, and then we sell off here in the morning. That'd be my guess, because it happens all the time. We see this more often than not on the foreign market open, and that'll put us probably back down to this level here, which is 64.9, like just under 65k, and that's not even that bearish. I mean, it's really not. I think that's, if you want to go full bear, I'd say we're gonna go back and retest the 64.6 or even lower. You know, like 64.2, 64. I just don't think there's any bears left. Like, who's a bear right now? Oh, and when tomorrow we're gonna shake out all we're gonna liquidate everyone anyway with the don't forget the options expiring tomorrow. So we could actually see a huge sell-off tomorrow, and then initial crazy rally by the end of the Friday into the weekend. So about 3 p.m. Again, if you remember these three numbers, guys, 9, 12, 3. By 3 p.m., when the market's the last push of the market in the United States, we could probably see a rally then. That'd be my guess. So that's my big takeaway. Again, just by looking at this damn chart for 4 years, playing around with Bitcoin Chan and of course our stream, that's what I think's happening. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys have a great night. Of course, don't do anything stupid right before the bull run. Don't do anything stupid.
What are you
Don't do
saying?
it.
Stupid?
Don't do it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Friday, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday Eve. Go burn some pennies. I mean, throw some money at Bitcoin. Later, guys. Crypto Otaku signing out. Peace. Oh no! Benny's gonna get another burn! No, Benny! Later, guys.